fancy that. Look at Gimme More rating me as I forget to pause my music. I hope everyone in the chat's doing well. This one is a bit more relaxed. I don't have a 30-second delay like the live cast do. I am just here, just having a good old yarn live, just to some replay casts, which should be a good set. Some good fun. Because we have a Division B West one to start off with. I may do another one after this. We'll see how I go, as I have already just done a little bit of co-cast in action with Gimme More already. So, we do have Cats on my keyboard facing off against Assistant Newb Manager, which I put this and then realized I've got the title wrong, which is a good start from me. Let's just do that. That fixes things, right? So that's a good start in the first instance. And these are some two good teams. I do realize also that I do have a request through to put some to co-cast some other series, but I couldn't find them immediately, so that is my kind of bigger issue there. So I've got to find probably it's just Gilly Shark as well as Cats on my keyboard vs LTK, which I may end up doing that of the other night because I already have a Cats on my keyboard one here already. So without further ado, I will talk about draft and then we will get into the things. Well, I won't talk about draft because I don't look into the maps beforehand. I don't look into the drafts beforehand, as I don't like spoiling what is to come. I like to keep it a surprise, and I like to make sure that I don't have any, that I don't know what the results are before I get into things. So what I'm going to do is we can see that Cats on my keyboard and Assistant New Manager will be facing off on Ultrarak Pass to start, which I do like that as a good starting point. I did just talk about the map previously going, it's a map that I do enjoy playing, even if it isn't the most exciting of maps. Let's say it's one of those ones where you just kind of you go through emotions, you know what you need to do, but the question is how well you do within that map. So that's loaded up now. What I'll do is click my button and get on into it, shall we? So, on the side of Cats on my keyboard, we do have Ghost there on the Vala, PJ Red on the May, ETK, Thrall, Koala on the Sonya? Yeah, Sonya, and we have Apple rounding things out on the Anduin. And on the other side, we do have Unicycle Yay on the Diablo. Nullius is on that. Moore is not here. Moore is not here, Nullius. Sorry to disappoint you. But we do see that Nor is on the Li Ming, Pink Blackout. What is her? I'm forgetting heroes' names now all of a sudden. Sylvanas. Simeon is rounding things out on that right wing. I think I forgot to mention, yeah, I said Nullius on that. We don't need to know about Nullius. Nullius is existing. But we do see that Cheese is coming out immediately. They did say they'd go mid to Cheese, but we're in fact lying. Okay, Rocket, get in here and join me then. No. I do not have a good reason, but yep. Raider from wow, fancy that. We do see that mid-wave, top wave goes down as we kind of turn to more a general plan of things. We do have people rotate down. We can see Diablo's going bottom, which is interesting because we see Diablo's taking over top for them. Meanwhile, camps up in just 10 seconds. And this is one of those maps where you do need to be on top of those camps. They have such good value. They're basically an objective of their own. And we can see now that Sylvanas and Simeon already in position. Well, I don't know why I said Pink Blackout and Simeon already in position for their own. And we see Ghost and Apple getting on top of theirs. So both teams doing the map correctly, making sure they're going well. Also, welcome Mother Cost. Welcome Yosh Ash for the first time chatter. Hope you are having a very good day. And actually, hope everyone's having a good day. Also, welcome Simeon, Nullius, and Nor. Good to see you all around. I guess good to see you as well, Rocket, even if I haven't invited you to cast yet again. But I thought you'd be enjoying time with people playing some games, which I was considering rejoining, which I may do if you guys are still going. I've got a couple casts lined up for today. I couldn't see another Probius one, so I think those have both been snatched up before I can get to it. So we're just going to be doing a couple of other casts. We may venture down into Division D, Division E. I think I haven't done one of those in a while, so that could be interesting. If I may even do Div C. Actually, I may actually do that, yeah. We'll have a look at that when we get to it anyway. So, we do have waves cleared up. Actually, very well timed between the two teams. Both camps clashing in the middle. Meanwhile, we do see fights going on elsewhere. Sylvanas having a good old scrap with Sonya, so Pink Blackout Koala going to head-to-head. Meanwhile, top we see Nullius and Easy K having their own battle going on. but it looks like EZK has gone for the not Crash Lightning Fall, but we can see it as the Rolling Thunder Fall, so it is more percent damage based, and that'll be a lot for Nullius to deal with. So Nullius may want a rotation for someone else to go onto VM, but Thrall is definitely a good bully for a lot of the team of Assistant New Manager, because, well, Li Ming can't have a very good time into them. Nullius doesn't have a very good time into them thanks to that Rolling Thunder. EZK now realizing they're in trouble, hits a nice double root, dodges the orb. Noah can't find it, and that will be EZK getting on out pretty safely at the end of the day. Noah, you meant to hit those, I'm sorry to tell you. We can see now charge coming out for Blaze. Nullius, not sure where everyone else is, and just wanted to play it safely, making sure they don't go down. And we already see Apple and Ghost back on the camp, so very good camp discipline by the side of Cats on my keyboard, just trying to get that advantage they can. Brightwing starting their own camp now. We can see Blaze actually joining them, both Simi and Nullius on top of that, but it will be a little bit later than the Siege camp here. Well, actually, maybe not. Blaze is very good at taking camps even on their own. Simeon doesn't actually need to be here for this camp. Simeon can just fly away, so to speak. You see that actual objective is also up now, but that one, neither team is necessarily in a rush to get done. And Koala is not having the most fun of times into Pink Blackout here, but meanwhile we can see top EZK is also having a rough time into Nor, but we can see Unicycle Yay just waiting for that one wrong misstep, but they do disappear. Oh, Raka's still around, excellent. Oh, Ghost tries to roll out. Unicycle Yay getting the stun, and that is the pull coming out from Apple. No orb found by Nor once again. Bullet coming out. Ghost rolls, gets hit. And we can see what type of... Oh, it is an auto attack Vala as well. Very brave into something such like a Diablo. That is a lot of pressure that you don't want to necessarily be going into if you're trying not to die. Orb finding PJ Red and Apple, and we do have an orb build Li Ming. Nor not quite brave enough for that. I really need to stop banging on Nor. But no, orb Li Ming can still get a lot of value in these situations. Has a good poke for the objective and can get a lot of damage in for things such as Blaze to finish, things such as Sylvanas to finish. It's just good, consistent damage. Oh, consistent is loose term. It's good burst damage that you can finish off. Koala does start spinning that passive movement speed bonus that it gives, helping them on out. You see that wave being cleared up. Meanwhile, Blaze is getting some double soak action in, while EZK doesn't have the easiest time to clear these waves. And we can see that Nullius is back, and EZK now has to deal with that. They do miss their route, and that'll be unfortunate for them. Meanwhile, Bop, there's a lot of pressure coming out. Pink Blackout trying to keep the building off, but it looks like Black Arrows have ran out, and unfortunately for Pink Blackout, that is going to be their downfall. Also, welcome Pink Blackout to the chat. Very unfortunate timing for you to rejoin, as you did die just then. That we do see Ghost now stepping out. Simeon in trouble. Roll-in from Ghost. Going to start auto-attacking them, but they're going to be fine at the end. Unicycle Yay going to be the next unlucky target, but they will be out safely. Right, rotation is coming up to the objective. Camps are up. Nice, but it has been found already by the side of Cats on my keyboard, so they have that pushing in the meantime. Yeah, I could tell Pink Blackout, don't worry. You can see now that EZK is on top of things, and Bunker need to be dropped by Nullius. Unfortunately for Ghost, they don't quite find the stun in of itself. Rain of Vengeance unfortunately falling just below Nullius. See Unicycle Yay pops that Lightning Breath, and the back out occurs as there is a nice reset for Cats on my keyboard. Assistant New Manager also getting a position to now consider going on to the objectives themselves, except Blaze, who was considering the camp, but no, they're being recalled as we see, well, Cats on my keyboard once again pushing in. Koala spinning on that minion wave does make their way out. Unicycle Yay sitting in the bush, chilling, vibing, feeling good about themselves. Koala is going to look to step up, start challenging the objective, but there is a lot of stall that can come out here. We can see the kitchen sink being thrown at Koala. Eventually they do get the channel on the objective, and now we can see Nor popping that disintegrate, but ultimately being forced out. Pink Blackout wanting to step up, keeping on out. We do see Thrall putting some lightning on his Unicycle. Yay, but that'll be the first objective of the game. Going on over To cats on my keyboard. Good first start to the series. First good objective of the series. A little bit drawn out, not too drawn out considering I'm pretty sure I've seen this map at one point go a good to level 14, 15 before the first objective gets picked up. So in terms of that, one of a shorter amount of time. But we can see Koala getting pushed into by Pink Blackout and Simeon. It almost feels like they aren't considering that it is their objective. We can see PJ Red has come down in response. Nice little bit of snowball on Simeon's face. Simeon feeling like the cold is actually quite refreshing. They're just as healthy as when it first hit them. We can see now that the objective is on the wall. And PJ Red, Koala, and now Ghost looking to see what they can get, what value they can get with this bottom. Quite refreshing, Simeon says. Oh, Ghost takes a lot of damage there, and we can see the Wailing Arrow does take them out, and we can also see Sonya going down under the tower. There is a lot of unnecessary damage going through. PJ Red goes for the Avalanche, but no, Apple pulls them out. My hand was combing my beard just then, going, oh yes, I can see what's happened, so I wasn't very good at the camera work, but that does like that is bottom building going down with in response to those two kills onto both Sonya and Violet, and we can now see Boss is being attacked. That Mountain Giant is just being beaten. That poor Mountain Giant. What did it ever do to you guys? It is slowing down the burn on it. We can see Pink Blackout and Noah both out of resources. Bet May is starting the objective. This is not who you want doing this camp. Blaze, on the other hand, will have a little bit of an easier time as they do at least have AoE attacks. They do have that attack speed bonus. They can give themselves an adrenaline rush. So we're getting to the point now where this objective, this boss needs to be capped before everyone gets up there. And we can see it is going to be found. We're also going to open up talent so I can quickly talk about tents. We do see the Avalanche, we do see the Leap, we do see Earthquake, Rain of Vengeance, and Light Bomb. Rounding things out by the Anduin. On the side of Cats My Keyboard, and on the other side we do have Lightning Breath, Bunker, Disintegrate, Blink Heal, and Wailing Arrow to round things out for Assistant Newb Manager. Nora is using their beam. Disintegrate. Golf claps. Disintegrate. Alright, we are going to come down now. Koala's looking to see if they can defend this building. Does spear Nora. Nora goes, wait a minute, I don't want to be here now anymore for their action. Koala just backing it up. They did see Unicycle Yay below them, and they're not wanting to get charged into a wall just yet as they are going to back all the way on out. And this is yet another building found by Assistant New Manager. This Sylvanas probably should be a priority ban coming up later in the series. It's opened up quite a few avenues of siege for the team. And that's not really what you need right now if you're Cats My Keyboard. You need to make sure you can slow them down as much as possible. But I guess then if you're not going into a Sylvanas, what next? But I think Sylvanas is one of those heroes that if you know how to play her, she's almost unrivaled in what she can and can't do. Lightbomb coming out from Easy K. Full, however, unable to get on top of anyone. We do see that it is Earthquake coming on out. And that is a lot coming out onto Nullius. Excellent silence there of Pink Blackout, but could not save their teammate. And we can see they use an Avalanche for their efforts. PJ Red and Easy K getting stepping each other's toe. Apple goes down first, Disintegrate slowing, getting a decent amount of damage onto things. Koala low, Easy K low, PJ Red low. But they all get out. Oh, maybe not. As we do see if a wall, Easy K goes. Unicycle Yay did take them out. No Malevolence, but did have enough with that W with that auto attack to find the kill. And Nor did finish off Sonya as well. Out of resources, but at least managed to finish the kill before they were unable to do anything else. And Siege coming up mid. Once this fort is down, that will be a lot open for the side of Assistant New Manager as we see the building dropping, and it does go down. Cats on My Keyboard have started their own camp. Ghost actually pulling it quite far south and wanting to make sure that no one steps into them. Pink Blackout didn't see anyone there because actually Ghost positioned it perfectly where they couldn't see it happen. But they do know what's happening now. The camp is only just Ghost. Good. The camp is found, so they are going to at least have that to help defend. Albeit it will be coming in a little bit early. We'll be able to get cleared out pretty quickly. But you've got a lot of pressure you need to deal with if your Cats on My Keyboard at this point. Li Ming just always getting aggressive, stepping up a little bit too much. Unfortunately, Mei is not the easiest person just to lock someone down and kill them. They do have a set time, they do have a set combo that they need to get the stun off. And things such as Sylvanas, things such as Li Ming, hell, even things such as Brightwing do have just a button they can push to escape. You can see push coming out onto Ghost. Ghost now continuing the assault on the unicycle lane. Nice light bomb. Apple nearly taken down by the Wailing Arrow there in combination with the Wailing Arrow in combination with the Orb, but now we can see the team backing up once again. Apple a little bit too low to stay in. PJ Red also in trouble, so they are going to have to reconsider what they're doing, but they do have 16s now, and this is going to be a position where Caps My Keyboard can make a decent effort comeback. As well, Thrall will absolutely start melting things such as Nullius and Unicycle Yay. We can see the building getting melted in of itself, and all while Mei is trying to help top. Nice Orb onto Koala. A little bit of pain onto them, but they do have some options to live through that. But we can see they have gone Slam, so they are going for percent damage. They are going to heal off that percent damage, so that should help them out a bit in terms of their survivability. Right, now we see Black Arrows being used top. Very aggressive from the side of... Oh, PJ Red scouted Diablo in the bush. Koala did use Leap, and we can see that it is the Li Ming going down first. Simeon next in trouble, but no, does blink out to safety. Nullius now is the one alone. It looks like they're going to be left to their own devices, as it is Diablo next on the chopping box. Simeon going back in. Maybe not the correct choice there, as they do go down. Vala finds... Oh, actually, Thrall finishes the kill, I should say. The damage alone was enough, and Unicycle Yay being forced out. Go back in. Flip PJ Red. And that is Avalanche pushing them back in. Simeon says that was a misclick. Unfortunately, a misclick is still a death at the end of the day. And we now see Unicycle Yay is going to be healing a lot with that W build. However, the heals aren't forever, and they go down the end. All while Blaze, Nullius, just trying to push it in. But we do see good boss call from the side of... Cats on my keyboard doing that up. I hit Z and heard a no, in Cleveland's voice in my head. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched the show. I don't know if Blaze and Diablo can do this very well. Oh, never mind. I didn't see Pink black out below Diablo. Yep. They're going to be able to get this boss effectively as well. Brightwing will be up to phase shift in if something does go south, so they do at least have that as an option. Wait. Yeah, Brightwing will have it back more or less by then. So Brightwing can be back if needed. Boss does go down. And all the while, the team of Cats on My Keyboard just a little bit late, just getting there now. But there really wasn't any time that they had to get down there, as they do have to back it on up. An objective has been started. Unicycle Yay is sitting just below it. I don't know why that's not glowing, but it is at least channelable. And we can see that it is being started. What the hell? Sorry, that's a really big spider. The objective just being safely done. And really we're at a point where Cats on My Keyboard need to step in at this point. They need to this pre-20 fight. And they need to make sure that they aren't going to lose in this very situation. Nice slide in. Unicycle Yay, however, getting the charge of them. Pops the lightning breath before they can get stunned. But that's a little bit too much damage for Simeon to save. As we do now see the Wailing Arrow coming out. That's Sonya going down. PJ Red dodging a lot of the damage actually. But now we can see Nullius is got easy game on top of him. 20s came through. So there is going to be that invisible friend. There is going to be that Tell Rush's elements. But we also see that Burn Notice, Blaze, Bolt of Storm, Sylvanas, and more importantly, Hellgate from Diablo. Oh, they're not allowed to do it yet. There is a long stall coming out. Diablo is not up for another 30 seconds, but they end up giving it. Cats on My Keyboard back up. They know they are on a clock. They need to defend. But now they have an objective pushing in with what has been so far a deadly Sylvanas. It's a scary positioning for them to be in. EZK, Capsy, Camp. They'll do at least have that helping them out. It looks like they're not going to be able to support it once again. Flooded Thunder. Diablo comes up at the same time as the Cavalry, but the Cavalry, I believe, are roughly the same move speed as Garrosh. Not Garrosh. Diablo. Li Ming is swinging top to see if it can get building. Meanwhile, bot, we do see that charge comes out from Nelius to stay safe. PJ Reed was looking for a kill onto them, but that charge was making sure that no Avalanche was to find them. But Avalanche wasn't available. It's not even available still. It's another 5 seconds off. See, nice shove from Unicycle. Yay, PJ Reed looking to get aggressive soon, potentially. Does push Nullius back, but can't get him fully into the blitz. And Nullius did take the damage from the root of Anduin, but wasn't stopped from using Bunker. And that is a core with no shielding left. Unicycle, yay, goes down to the end, but that may not quite be enough. We can see a lot coming out. Avalanche pushing people away, but even then, it is just a little bit too much. That armor plating being gone, not quite enough for Cat to My Keyboard to survive that one kill and good Avalanche. So that was a good map, first map of the series. I pushed the wrong button, but anyway, we got to where we needed to be. Talents. Anything stand out to me in particular? No. I'm going to be honest. Nothing stands out to me in particular. I do have to say, if anything, we do have Thrall with Lightning with that percent build. I do like it. Does actually do well to keep Blaze and Diablo in check. It can be very scary, in fact, to step into. We also have Li Ming going Glass Cannon, which probably makes me understand why they did die a couple of times, actually. Once? Pretty easily? More than I would have expected them to, but they did also go Orb build, so it makes sense. It wasn't that Calamity variant that we do see is very popular. That looking into things, stats, Vala 105k, Soak 43k Siege, 105k Siege, 43k hero damage. Thrall not just far behind that, actually. Pretty close all in all, but we see Li Ming did do a decent amount himself, 161, and I showed you! This is not a Nor build, this is a very... Okay, Force Armor's a bit weird with this build in all honesty. What's his 68k hero damage from Li Ming? Sylvanas, however, beating up their teammate in kills. In the healing stat, we do see Anduin trying their best, 60k compared to 55k of Brightwing. And so, last stat we need to talk about, Thrall, 17k compared to Blaze's 13k. Excellent work there from Thrall, just to make sure the team of Cats on My Keyboard can stay in it and actually be in a good position to work it. So, let me go to my map view screen and update things. We can see what we have next, shall we? This team won it. Quick replay. Who had map pick for the second map? Who chose the map? They've betrayed me today. Cats on My Keyboard betrayed me. It's Infernal Shrines! Which for some reason my thing isn't updating. That's not what I would need. Where is it? Oh, cool. Thank you, controller. Very cool. Infernal Shrines is what we have. As you can hear, we are in the map, so let me switch on over. I am deeply hurt by betrayal of Cats on My Keyboard, but I do understand it is a very fun map to play. So, starting out for the side of Assistant New Manager this time, we do have Pink Blackout on the Li Ming, Nor on that Falstad, Unicycle Yay on the Diablo, Simeon, Brightwing, and rounding things out, we do have Shrinks, which I don't recall seeing from last match on the Hogger. On the other side, we do have Ghost, Junkrat, Koala is on the Sonya once again, Apple, Stukov, ETK, Hanzo, and PJ Red once again on that. What's their name? May. That's what it's called. Also, Cheese coming out. Not quite as effective when you don't have a Sylvanas to turn off the towers, but you still got away with a decent amount there. Oh, nice. Silent Spotter coming out. Just making sure to create space. Make sure you get the wave. Sonya is going to need to catch up with Hogger in terms of that rotation. It looks like they are just staying mid. They'll be clearing as fast as they can. But it looks like 4-man rotation coming up. Sonya can leave. And there hopefully isn't too many dead minions. A few globes, but that could be worse all in all. And Hog is on their way down, pinging that they are about to come back in. You can see now PJ Red slides on out. Nice escape from the May there. And that's probably a kill that Assistant New Manager thought they had, but unfortunately not. They fell short that time around. And we can see now we are on the good old, it's a minute and time to do camps. Again, good stuff I cast on my keyboard. Their macro and how well they do clear these things is very good. They're playing it effectively, and well, they're actually quite polished in this. Their early games seem very polished. That's probably the thing I need to know. Right, stepping on up, we do see the wave being cleared. Bottom camp being taken by Assistant New started by Assistant New Manager, I should say. By no means is it being taken. We can see Foot coming in. We can see that the silence pedal under Diablo, so they can't get a full combo off, but they are going to keep backing out. We get the pings coming in. Fight continuing. PJ Red's the only one on the objective now. Ghost trying their best to help out. PJ Red not able to stay back on a bit as he camp going on over to the side of Assistant New Manager. May goes down, but right as they get their fours, both teams have their level 4 talents now. Right, camp being pinged, bruiser camps are up. Getting them out now-ish is, well, starting them now at least is a good spot, because if you have this pushing during bottom objective on Infernal Shrines, we're in a very good spot. And welcome CLMT Hots. Hope you had a good stream. Was it another Calamity Cup stream? Maybe? I don't know. It is a Calamity Cup stream. I was correct. But welcome in, Raiders. Hope you're doing well this evening. We have here some Nexus Gaming Series replay casts. Nothing live as today, but I do at least talk about the games that a few of the games that have happened throughout the week and see how that goes. Also, we can see bottom objective is going to be Arcane Shrines coming in. But yeah, sometimes I do remember what people have told me, and one of the things was Calamity Cup. It is something that I haven't really looked into. It's not something I know much about, but I'm definitely keen to learn about it a little bit more at some point. But we can see this objective is being cleared out. The Hogger is just spinning. I do just like watching Hogger spin around this objective. It's very calming almost, just watching him go in some Tasmanian Devil style spin, as you used to see on Looney Tunes. And he just keeps spinning. Koala stepped in for a little bit, does get stunned by Diablo for the effort, so I'm going to zoom back in a little bit. And we can see now that everyone is being forced out. Am I all the way in? No, I'm not. Now I am. Excellent. But nope, Arcane Punisher is available. And that will be pushing into the side of Cats on my keyboard. So, good stuff, Assistant Newb Manager. That is going to be something that, well, Cats on my keyboard are going to have to deal with. Fortunately, it is only an Arcane Punisher. It is not frozen. See, EZK in trouble. Did go for the leap, but no, they're unable to get out. Diablo very quick on the follow-up for that. They were, however, concussion mine to awkward spot by Ghost. Well done there, and that will be them going down. Jump is just about available for Punisher once again. We do see it does jump the Junkrat this time around. May unable to coerce it to jump them, but that looks like front gate. A little bit of fort as per usual. Very much a it's the first objective style Punisher that was found. Meanwhile, Koala and Noah are going back at it. I should really, what is it? / shout out. CLMT Hots. Hopefully I've done that right. Yep, there we go. Done it. So obviously they're also, I assume they must be casters doing Calamity Cup. I guess I'll need to give their own stuff a watch now that I've shouted them out, so I've got to keep an eye out on that one for later down the track. But again, thank you for rating. Meanwhile, we do see bottom camp is being done by Cats on my keyboard. Unicycle, yay, Pink Blackout looking to step on in. They do have a level advantage, but they're not quite at those level 10s yet. They're still a little bit off. PJ Red stepping on objective. Nice silence puddle by Apple, meaning that Unicycle Yay cannot step in to get the charge onto PJ Red. And that is a siege camp found by Cats on my keyboard, managing to get that neutral one in that bottom middle. Bottom middle lane? Wow, that's not going to be a good sense, but in that bottom lane. However, once again, they're not really able to support this objective. They do, not objective. Why do I keep saying objective when it's a camp? It's a camp, Lime. Get it together. But yes, they do have to eventually back on up. And we can see now aggressive positioning from Unicycle Yay. They do have their 10s available. So this is new manager have the heroics of Blink Heal, Lightning Breath, Disintegrate, Gust, and Shockwave. Not quite a wind tunnel, but still that will be coming much later in the game, I imagine. Oh, we do see now Koala's in trouble. Does use Leap to get out. Dragon Arrow sailing on by. Didn't quite find anything there. But everyone is ultimately going to be out and safe. Nice poke by Easy K. Just getting a nice little Q onto for Brightwing. Which they can see they are stacking their Q quest. They do need to get those slowly but surely. It is one of those ones that's a little bit hard to get. Polymorph coming out to PJ Red. PJ Red is Avalanche. Does have it cancelled by Unicycle Yay. PJ Red very aggressively positioned, trying their best to get on out. But Hogger says no, you can't escape through this route. Puts down their trash pile, their loot hoard, into a tight corridor. And May unfortunately can't pass through solid terrain. And we see Hogger is going to be starting their own camp. No loot hoard to do the good old quick infinite bounce off, but nope, there it is now. Oh, Hogger's gone the wrong way. They do sure clear that camp fast. Fell just short of the actual Shaman itself, the fallen Shaman itself. Which now that I'm looking again, like, I said I'd cast people tonight. I said I'd cast tonight instead of just playing Diablo 4, so here I am. Not playing Diablo 4, but actually doing some casting, because I do enjoy it very much. Now we see rotation coming back on up to the objective. Meanwhile, Nor prepping that wave, seeing if they can get the Shaman to do damage onto the building. All while fight is going on out beneath him. Shrink's doing a little bit of damage as that Hogger. But no, we see Unicycle Yay being forced out. Nice triple stun on that Shockwave. But now we can see the full combo coming out. They're not able to do anything. Actually, they get to live, because all for a while that was happening, Pink Blackout was able to find the kill onto Hanzo. Avalanche manages to find two. Both Falstad and Diablo's pushed back far out of position. But no, we can see that it is once again Cats on my keyboard having to back up, as they did lose that Hanzo. And unfortunately that is a decent chunk. Oh, well, actually that's not even true. This is a decent chunk of damage. It's not necessarily true. Hanzo is a very good damage dealer, yes. But in terms of actual damage, Junkrat is an excellent choice for it. Also, Junkrat is top, so they aren't going to be there to dislodge anything such as Diablo. But camp has already been found. They do not need to stay longer. And now Unicycle Yay is in a position where they weren't expecting to be. They were concussion mined over the wall into the fort. But with how everything was positioned, they were able to charge out of there, not take too many shots. But PJ Red doing excellent to body block. And we can see that Diablo does go down for it. And now we have the Punisher coming on in. Does jump Koala. However, Koala will not die to any follow-up stuns this time around. Oh. Falstad ran to a trap. We do see they roll into the silence. Unfortunately, the leap from Koala is not quite quick enough. That is going to be them dodging all the stuns that are coming in from Shrinks. Riptire was cancelled. Actually, no, it wasn't cancelled. It was just killed immediately by Pink Blackout. The Riptire ate an orb and a full Leeming combo. And that's Junkrat surviving probably somewhere where they would have been at least very low, if not dead. And it looks like now assistant new manager is going to be leaving. They're going to probably be going to bottom camp. Is going to be my first guess. If not pushing bottom immediately. But no, it looks like bottom camp is for play. Keep in mind, both teams are actually even on experience. It's just been quite hard for Started Cats my keyboard to really fight into this. They are going to be trying now. PJ Reed gets aggressive, is on top of it, but no, that min's still up. Gust actually isolating PJ Reed, pushing the rest away. That one Impaler on up still. You can see the Avalanche comes on out. And cleanse from Simeon, sure, but that's already the camp taken. The one thing you wanted while you're here, if you're assistant new manager, taken away by the Started Cats on my keyboard. But no, it seems like PJ Reed has returned. Does give a spell power reduction by the Hogger spin, as they did pick up that talent Pummel at level 13. Avalanche coming out. Oh, leap on top of him. That's a very dead Falstad. A lot of stuns, meaning that they could not move for a good few 4, 5, 6 seconds. And unfortunately, that is almost a death sentence in this game. And that time, it very well was. Pink Blackout using their Disintegrate to clear out the wave. See, Unicycle Yay eating a little bit too many grenades. I know that technically they're magic, but you don't need to eat them. It's not very good for your diet. I just don't recommend it. Explosives, metal, not great. Especially not in your mouth or in your stomach. We see the root, well not the root, but the slow coming out from Apple onto Unicycle Yay. Unicycle Yay just hobbling back to their gate after it hit. We can now see that Hoggett is going to be the target being called. Right. Wave being cleared out. Sorry, I was having a drink there. I, for once, actually decided to mute myself when I was drinking, but it is a bit more of a downtime. I do have that time to take a moment, have a sip, you know, get in the rhythm of things once again. We can see that it is going to be Shaman Camp coming into the top lane, and it looks like that very much the assistant new manager is wanting to find that top objective finally. They're sick of it being tower, fort being up still, and they're wanting to make sure it goes down before this objective, removing most of the forward taps for the start of Cats My Keyboard, but not the important one. The important one is still up bottom, so Cats My Keyboard do still have that available to them. There we go. I was just meant to show that. Instead of just showed like an awkward mid spot, it showed the objective but not the thing. Anyway, we have a Frozen Shrine coming up, and that is a potentially very scary one for the side of Cats on My Keyboard. And Hoggett is just doing his spin thing. Center it. There we go. And I forgot to do this. Hoggett is just spinning. He's having a good time. He's having a ball. Don't stop him now. If you want to have a good time, just give him a call. But we can see that Hoggett is going to continue to spin. PJ Reed being forced out. Koala also taking a lot of damage. Leap does find Simeon. Dragon Arrow is finding Diablo. But no, they are going to go down to the end. Nice Gus pushing everyone back in. Apple with the lightning breath on top of him. PJ Reed tries to go for the avalanche, but finds Felstar to the end. Surprised it did happen, but we do see that pushed immediately back into a Junkrat trap. Ghost not wanting them on top of them, and gets to live. Now Pink Black out doing a little bit of laser beam spin, and Frozen Punisher now stands to get a lot of value. And I nearly just spilt my water bottle over my keyboard, and I would have cried on stream. Which, while I'm okay to admit that I do cry, I don't want to cry on stream. There's the whole reason why I don't stream some very story-based games as well. Lime's an emotional lad, and he likes crying sometimes, but I think it's very good to cry sometimes. See Punisher chase Ghost all the way up top. Ghost just going, no, I don't want to touch me, 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 and gets to live. Punisher hitting the building. We do hear a cue coming out from Hanzo, the chattering teeth from Junkrat chasing down Right Wing itself, but Right Wing does get out safely. And meanwhile, we see the Punisher did jump all the way up there, but that is already the building found. Red team has their wing condition open. Nor rolls, nice cleanse. And we can hear that Riptide was put on a short cooldown. Laser Twin. Oh, Laser Twill. Wow, I really misread Twill as Twin, huh? Whoopsie. It happens. Sometimes the reading isn't great. And now we can see the invade coming up. They're wanting to take a fight pre-20, but that is not necessarily the way to start it. You see that PJ Red is taking a lot for the efforts. Nice leap. Brink Blackout, however, does have their blink to get to safety. We can see that it is Sonya going to first. Riptide goes straight through everything. Not through everything, but it does go through a lot. We do see the team backing on out. And that is unfortunate death from Sonya, but 20s are getting closer and closer for assistant noob manager. And now we're looking at aggressive choice by the side of by assistant noob manager. Cats My Keyboard did have to back on up there, trying to play it safe. And trying to make sure no one else goes down here. Right, and it looks like it's going to be a push mid. Oh, Q going straight to Nor. Nor did have his shield though, so didn't quite hit him as hard. They did go that persisting shield at level 4, so they do have that to keep them up for a little bit. QW coming on through, doesn't quite find anyone there. Koala spearing on in. Oh, nice concussion mine. Shrinks now at awkward spot. Does have their roll cancelled. Does hit a wall. Fears for Wind Tunnel, giving Shrinks an out. And that honestly is one of the reasons you pick Wind Tunnel. It's just such a versatile heroic, keeping Hogger alive and actually keeping everyone healthy, let's say. Right, Noah is going to be clearing up that wave slowly, but we can see the invader of the camp coming up. No ability for Cats on my keyboard to really contest this. They are yet to get their 20s. They're yet to get their 19s. So we can see that we do have Blink Heal, Invisible Friends on Bright, and we do see Hellgate, Diablo. Koala in trouble, does go down to that Lightning Breath in the end. Other things to note is we do have Telrash's Elements on the Li Ming, who did go Calamity, unlike their other damage dealer Nor did prior. So I like the choice of Mink Blackout here. Favorite Li Ming on the team. But we do also see that it is Wind Tunnel, and we do see Power Spike. Not often you do see this heroic, especially considering you also see Hortipult more than Shockwave, but it is a good choice. Unicycle Yay taking a decent amount of shot. Unicycle Yay, you took the longest path to get out of that, mate. They do back out in the end. We can see it's going to be top objective up. So once again, we're in a spot where Cats on my keyboard can actually take their time. I know that's like a weird thing to say, but it's a Punisher pushing into already weak fort and building. But you need that time to get your 20s. You need your time to rebuild your strength to make sure you can even defend the objective, let alone fight the Punisher, let alone fight on the shrine with the objective itself. And sorry, my thing was in the way because sometimes I forget about that, especially when I'm rubbing my eyes because I'm actually quite tired by the sounds of things. But we do now have the team prepping for those 20s. Prepping to defend. Spear in by Koala. Koala doing good old spin through things. Does clear out for wave. Apple punching that. Oh my god, that crystal just spin it all the way up there. But they do give it the good old Stukov strong arm in to make sure that Catapult dies. Arcane Punisher pushing in. Scary situation. Not something you want to deal with. It looks like we're going to have a defense coming out here. They do at least have 20s. Punch coming out on PJ Reed immediately. Did use the Ice Block to deal with it. Riptide does get a nice little spin. Was polymorph for a bit so it couldn't explode. You can see the Punisher was considering going core, but they managed to pull the Punisher all the way from top lane to mid lane, so it won't be assisting them in their push top. Punisher getting a nice double stun, but top building going down now. Boomerang coming on in. Koala really low, does spin out to make sure they survive. But no, we're not getting an end call here from Assistant New Manager. They are just going to play it safe. Going to make sure they don't sell out for it, make sure they don't do anything dumb. Nor clearing it. Unicycle here coming down. Thank you for following Telos2277. Greatly appreciate it. Oh. Shockwave coming out, finds Apple and Easy K. Meanwhile, Nor flying over behind, rolls. See the Wind Tunnel finding just Apple, and thank you for following Yosh Ash. Greatly appreciated as well. Lightning Breath getting Easy K. PJ Reed really low, but it is going to be Apple going to first. There goes the Hanzo. Now we see Koala's in an awkward situation, is going to try to back out. Does get one slam off, does start spinning, but no, that's them down as well. That's 3 heroes down. That should be an end call from Cats on my keyboard. See someone consider halving, but no, that looks like it will be the end times coming through. Charge coming out. We do see that it is a flip. We do see PG Reed going on top of Unicycle, yeah, but they will back on up. They're not wanting to full commit to that. Engines being started, Riptide coming through. Polymorphs once again. Pink Blackout eats a face full of tire. The rubber on the road, not enough to take out the Pink Blackout, but we can see a nice double stun from May. Does pop their safety feature. They do pop that cryostasis. We can see Flash Freeze now pops up. Hogger goes down. A little bit of misstep there, and now we can see that BJ Red's doing their best to stop things from going down. BJ Red, however, 200 health from themselves goes down. Unicycle Yay stuns Ghost into wall, and that'll be the game and the series going on over to the side of Assistant New Manager. GG. Call by both sides. Well played. Well played. Thank you for following the God of Apes. Appreciate it. Let's go to the game summary screen and see how that went, shall we? So in terms of talents, we do have some pretty standard things across the board. We have Calamity Li Ming with that Orbit 4, which has become very popular. Diablo Full, Flame Stomp build. Hanzo did complete their Q quest, and I know Q is lesser seen to me these days compared to things such as Scatter Build and Auto Attack Hanzo, but it still works very well. See, EZK did complete that quest, and I'll have a look at stats in a few moments. Obviously, Hogger, I don't know standard Hogger builds. Hogger is recently something that I'm dedicating myself to learning, so I'm just kind of making notes of Hogger builds when I see them, and that's something else I'm going to need to take a note of because I don't often see aggro range picked up. But I can see how it makes sense. I've personally been liking the trait 1, trait 4 kind of layout. Looking at stats as well, we can see Hanzo, 37k, so we're getting up there. But Junkrat, 64k, most hero damage in the game, and actually have the most soak in the game, 148k, compared to Falstad 142 and Hogger 113. But that's where kind of the difference comes in as we see Hanzo and Sonya 96k and 89k respectively. We can see Hogger got most soak on the team of... Oh, okay, interesting. No Culkin. Yep. No, I see now. Yeah. I understand. Thank you for explaining that. Other than that, we do see hero damage. Nor 44k, Leeming 36k, but Junkrat's going to be a pretty 64k. But Simeon, absolutely wonderful on the healing, 97k to 7k. Apple 63k on their own, still did very well, but just the amount of burst damage coming through is a little bit hard for Stukov to deal with. And yeah, that's all that I really have to discuss about that one. That is a very good series though in the end. And what we'll do is having a look at doing another cast, shall we? And I'm going to do a Division C game. Also, Pink Blackout, are you around still? Because I know you said you're interested in co-casting it, but how would you like to be thrown in at the deep end? I know it's unlikely considering it's very short notice, but it is available if you so choose. And I'm spelling things incorrectly as I'm pinging the next team, so I'm doing. Casting. So I'll be casting Division C, Heavy Greg facing off against Hard Stuck support group next. As I've said in the past, Heavy Greg is my previous team. Oh, Pink Blackout has realized what I said. Casting your replay in a few moments. Post. So yeah, we will be doing C East Heavy Greg versus Hard Stuck support group. I'm just going to make sure I have everything properly done on my end. So what I'm going to do is scroll. Cool, that's there. So that was an excellent series. In terms of map view, let's go on to that and see how that ended out. As we do see, it was a 2-0 assistant Newb manager over Cats on My Keyboard. Ultrac Pass and Infernal Shrines both going in their favor, though they did pretty well in the end. So Cats on My Keyboard can still say they did pretty well into assistant Newb manager. They did have some very good spots, but I do just wonder, with the mobility that was available for assistant Newb manager, the May was a little bit of a rough spot for them. They did try their best, but it's one of those tanks where it works well into certain comps and to certain heroes, but that was a rough spot for them. So without further ado, I'm going to go on a quick break while I get the next series set up for people to watch. It will probably be the last one for the evening because I can feel my throat is getting a little bit... So without further ado, I'm going to mute myself, put myself in break, and I'll catch you guys on the other side of things.